expected you to
Really?
be, honestly. Yeah.
Are you two gonna go on a second date?
I'm so sorry.
Literally, dude. Oh, man. She's like, you're pretty cool. Yeah, you sound nice. I like your arms. As soon as she sees the face, just, I'm done.
Why did you reject him?
He looks weird.
I just want to see like what other vibes are there, just
Okay.
for the experience.
Why does everybody say vibes? Is this like a rule to be in the video, or is everybody just a basic bitch?
Say of options, a young person in a culture that practices arranged marriages will be assigned just one, and they don't even make the choice. Every person in the dating scene right now would be happier if they were just matched up with someone against their will.
I can't believe that he would say Tinder's bad, so therefore we need to go back to the barbaric times of forcing people to get married to other people against their will. If you're watching Matt Walsh for the advice as to how to find a partner, the only partner you might really end up with is a blow-up doll of some sort. But hey, if that's what you're looking for, then you go ahead and follow Matt Walsh, okay? You probably have noticed from the title of this stream that it's called Dating Gone Wrong. That's because today we are going to be looking at a video in which blindfold speed dating is the activity. That's right. The activity of the day on this video is blindfolded people going on speed dates. And I saw some clips on Twitter, and let's just say we're in for it, okay? We are in for some laughs, for maybe some cringing. Basically, this is just dating gone wrong. So if you are in a position where you can't find love, or you can't find a partner, and you have now surrendered yourself and your dignity to blindfolding yourself so that you can go on speed dates for the sake of a YouTube video, don't do that. Just don't. Stop. Get some help. So this is a video from Cut. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this channel, and it only came out like 4 days ago. Blindfolded people go speed dating, the button. The button. So this isn't deliberately political, but I thought that we could go over this anyway because it looked really interesting and funny. So just to explain the the premise here, it's you're blindfolded, you are talking to other people, and you have like, I don't know the exact time, but you have 30 seconds to maybe like 2 minutes to talk or whatever. And then as soon as the button lights up red, one of them can push the button, which means that they're done. They're canceling the date. Okay, date's over. That's the general premise of this show.
This is the button.
Put it out of your hand.
Why does it have to talk? Why do they make it talk? Really? Also, if it were talking, why does it sound like a chipmunk on crack? Couldn't you think of a better voice? Even Siri is better. Hi, I am the button. Even that would sound better than I'm the button. It sounds like you edited it in too, and it's really cringe. How do they know the button turns red? Because it makes a big, loud sound.
This is the chair. There you go.
The chair.
Oh,
Hello.
hi.
Hi.
All right, I'm Milton.
I'm Mia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's up, Milton and Mia? Yeah. Miltia, maybe? Meltia?
As a type, I have here thick, sassy sense of humor.
Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Could you just have a regular person say it, please? You're ruining it here with this fucking creepy chipmunk voice.
Got it? I mean,
So what do you do for work?
I'm a school bus driver.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
Damn, that was quick.
Take your blindfolds off and look at each
She gave that no thought. That didn't take any thought for her. She just hears school bus and is like, nah, I'm not down with the fucking educated. Fuck those people. Burn. Okay, you can drive your fucking bus back home, bitch. Burn.
other.
Hi.
Ask her, why did you reject me?
Why did you?
I just wasn't feeling the spark. Didn't feel like conversation was flowing. That's all.
I feel it.
You talked for like half a second. You said your name and what you do for a living. Is that... Where are the sparks, man? I asked this guy his favorite color. He told me it was purple. I don't know. Starting to lose it. Where is romance nowadays?
So
It's nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the
Do you regret
necklace.
it now that you see him?
He's very handsome, but stay where I stand with. Just didn't feel the flow.
Appreciate it.
Milton's a total babe.
Absolutely.
I got the chair.
Good job. Good job.
Pulling the chair out.
So is it whoever pushes the button stays on and goes to the next person since she pushed the button first? Is that how this works? This is really fucking bad already. This is not only a really bad method of actually dating, but it almost feels like Tinder, but in real life. It's like, you know, the pain of getting rejected on a dating app? Now it's like the pain of being rejected, but in front of your face, and only after they've heard nothing about you, and they haven't even seen you yet. It's just like, you drive a bus, kablam, women, done.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Craig. I have my hand out for. No?
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. What do you like to do for fun?
What's up, Craig? You thick.
I am really open to trying anything new. I'm pretty new to the area. Right now, it's mostly been like hitting as many different breweries to try as I can because I think that's really cool.
Okay.
Craig owns a bar.
Oh, love that, Craig.
I do. A lot of my time is spent around like breweries and wineries and alcohol and stuff like that.
Completely get that. I just started a new job recently and I work in the beer industry now, so it's been a lot of stopping at bars and things like that. So that's become a workplace for me.
And what kind of job do you have in the beer industry?
So I work in marketing, so I'm a brand manager.
So when you're
Hit the
dating,
button.
what age group do you normally kind of stick to?
I usually go older, so my age range is usually like 22 to 32 kind of thing. I'm at the bottom of that.
I'm 39.
Okay.
And then
Hit the button. She's just, I'm 39, but listen, next. Bring out the next piece of meat. I'm done with you, Craig.
totally transparent. I have 2 kids and I'm divorced.
Get him.
So like throwing that all
Hit the
on
button for that. Oh,
Appreciate
shit.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's like 2 kids, divorced. Oh, I'm out, okay? No way. First I got a dude who drives kids all day. Now I got a guy that has kids all day. I'm out of here.
Where are we going next, Blindfold?
Hi.
Hi.
Can I get a hug?
And where are you? Put your hands up.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay.
Hi, I'm Lovely to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are we doing?
You know, I'm great. Thanks for getting me off my feet, moving around a little bit.
Yeah. You know, I'm just kind of having a good time today. It's nice. What do you find yourself doing in your leisure time?
I love watching television and film. I studied film for a really long time.
Okay.
So
Guilty pleasures?
I always say like my #1 guilty pleasure show is Riverdale. I will never.
Oh my God. How do you call that piece of trash a show? That's not even acceptable for a guilty pleasure. Hit that goddamn button.
Never recommend anyone watch the show.
Okay.
That's a slam. No worries.
I am so sorry. You're lovely.
Thank you.
But yes,
Was it the Riverdale?
I'm gonna be very candid with you. We have a little bit of a bromance back there, and so I kind of did it for the boys.
Report back to the boys that you got me down, okay?
She's definitely seething about that one. Oh my God. He's just like, I did it for you, boys. Hell yeah. They had a deal going on. He's like, I actually really liked you. I would so fucking like to go out with you, but just Chad face, I did it for the bros.
Hi, I'm Nathan.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
It's
Oh,
nice to meet
damn.
you. I'm Sam. Samantha.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing
Samantha, aren't you already in a relationship with the Joker? Are you cheating on the Joker, Harley?
good.
So in terms of dating, what is something that is like an automatic deal breaker?
I can be really chatty sometimes, and I've had a lot in my past where people will like, I'll talk about something and then they'll just cut me off. I need someone who will listen to me.
What is something that you watch by yourself that's a guilty pleasure that you don't tell anybody?
I mean, I watch a lot of anime. I watch
Me too.
a lot of Asian shows like Korean dramas.
What is your type?
I'm definitely very into Asian men. It's not like
Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure this dude's Asian. Oh, damn. Here we go. Have they found it? Have they found the love? So he's talking to a weeb who simultaneously looks like Harley Quinn after her days of villainy is over, and now she has a job as like a taste tester at the Dunkin' Donuts.
a deal breaker or anything.
What race do you think I am?
I have no idea. I don't want to make assumptions.
You want to take a guess?
I would say like maybe white to Asian, maybe.
I am Asian, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Can we hug?
Sure.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
Good. You're easy to hug.
Thank you.
That was the clip I saw. The clip that I had to watch. After this part, I had to see the entire thing. He's like, yo, let me give you a quick hug, okay? He's like, as soon as he gives her the hug, he's like, yeah, I'm pushing that red button. Holy shit. You know what? I'll tell you what, lady, I'm going to push the red button here to say that the date's over. And when you go home, you need to push the red button which is the on button on your treadmill. Okay, that'll be the deal. Hit me up when you're thinner. That's basically what this guy just said without saying it.
Why, Nathan?
We get along on a lot of different topics, but I felt that it was something where I could become a really good friend with you.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a gut feeling for me.
No, that's totally valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see anything because I don't have my glasses on.
Bye, Sam.
Goodbye.
He felt that. After I felt your body, I mean, I just felt that we didn't really have a connection, you know? Come on, Hunter, body shaming? No, it's the equivalent of what he said. Give me a break, guys.
Nathan, what's your name?
I'm Amy.
What is your drink of
Amy
choice?
is wifey material.
What makes someone wifey material?
I just really like to take care of my man. Like, I like to spoil him. I mean, I obviously like expect the same energy back, but I can cook really well.
What do you love to cook?
Steak dinner with like shrimp and like
Wow, surf and turf? Wow, that is very fancy.
mashed potatoes.
Nathan models.
Oh, are you your model?
Oh, I don't. Where
The girl's like, okay, I can cook a steak, but I want to see your meat.
did you guys get that information? What?
How tall are you?
How tall do you think I am?
I'm thinking like 5'11".
Do you want to give me a hug and see how tall I am?
Not right now.
He's setting her up.
Why did you press the button?
It's just like wasn't the vibe.
You know, I can respect that.
You have really nice hair.
Oh, thank you. You as well.
It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you as well.
Bye.
See you later, pal.
Hi.
See you later. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It was a revenge press. This is also really shallow too. Just I didn't really get the vibe. I did it for the girls in the back, you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to literally find the chair right now.
No, that was me too. Don't worry.
Okay. Voice sounds soothing. I like it.
Oh, thank you. How old are you?
I am 26. Probably when you look at me though, you're probably like, no, I'm younger than that.
Younger? Really?
Probably.
Okay. I'm 21.
Okay.
Amy is dating to marry. Are you ready to get married, Donovan?
I don't mind marriage.
I like how the button just chimes in to either be incredibly annoying or ask the worst fucking questions for a first date. What's the next question from the button? Do you have any genital herpes?
Amy is dating to marry. Are you ready to get married, Donovan?
Donovan, yeah. You ready to get married? How many kids do you want? What do you see in your future? Am I in your future? Because if you don't see me in your future, then that might be a really bad sign for our relationship moving forward, Donovan. He's like, I don't even know what you look like yet.
I don't mind marriage. I really don't. It depends how like certain time with what it
Of
does
course,
and everything.
yeah.
So yeah, where it leads.
Yeah, I'm obviously not dating to like marry right away.
Amy wants 3 kids.
3 is a little too much.
Literally, the button is just like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this date. Okay, this isn't right. Do you want to get married, Donovan? Nah? Well, she also wants 3 kids. What do you think about that? Okay, got him. The button is just like the date ruiner. Got her.
Got it. 2 would be fine. 3 is like.
Is it like you don't make enough?
No. I don't. It's not that. I don't mind it. My mom had 1 out of 6. I'm the oldest out of the 6. It's like hectic enough on my mom.
So that was a very offensive question on her end. Wow. So you just don't like make enough money? Or is it that you just can't handle a girl like this? Holy shit.
Okay, my name's Donovan. What is your type?
Look-wise, my type has been all over the board. I definitely love people who are like athletic and into the gym. I love like manly men who can like, you know, let me feel more relaxed and like.
So protective.
That's just my type.
Yeah, I do work out and everything, so it's just part of my regimen. I do.
Let her feel your arms.
I heard my arms out.
Where are your arms? Okay.
This is so uncomfortable.
What do you like to
I feel
work
like I'm seeing something that I shouldn't see.
out in the gym?
So honestly, I work out every particular muscle twice a week. I would say my favorite one I like to do is chest.
Where is it?
It's right there.
Can I feel
Now imagine if the roles were reversed. I don't think that would be very acceptable, now would it?
your face?
Go ahead.
Okay. I like the buzz cut.
Oh, thanks.
Are you two connecting?
I mean, she's already had my arms and my chest.
I've already like, I feel like I basically already know you.
Blindfolds off in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Right when it comes off. Oh, button,
You're
button.
not what I expected you to
Really?
be, honestly. Yeah.
Are you two gonna go on a second date?
I'm so sorry.
Literally, dude. Oh, man. She's like, you're pretty cool. Yeah, you sound nice. I like your arms. As soon as she sees the face, just, I'm done.
Why did you reject him?
He looks weird.
I just want to see like what other vibes are there, just
Okay.
for the experience.
Why does everybody say vibes? Is this like a rule to be in the video, or is everybody just a basic bitch? Can we stop with this? I just didn't really get the vibes, you know? You're not in the Bahamas, okay? You're looking for a partner. It's not all about the vibes, honey.
Sorry, Donovan. Thank you, Donovan.
It's okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Devontae.
Are you wearing a face mask over your eyes?
Am I?
Are you not?
I think this is what they gave me, okay? Wait, how do I look? Do I look good?
Whatever works, honestly.
Do you like the smell of each other? Give each other a little whiff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Body-wise.
I actually hate this button. It's like, smell him. Take a big sniff.
Oh, that's a nice perfume. What is that, lotion?
It's a bum bum cream.
Bum bum cream.
It's for your bum.
You gotta moisturize some cheeks, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, the button there feels like it's like when you invite your annoying little sibling. Like the annoying little sibling is somehow on the date. It's like, it's actually for your butt. It's like, this isn't funny.
Your voice,
Yeah.
it's really calm.
Thank you.
And it's soft.
What are you doing after this?
I don't know. What about you? You trying to find out?
Are you ready to see each other?
Yeah.
3,
Who's gonna push the button?
2, 1.
Wait, I'm gonna predict that he's gonna push the button. I'm out.
Oh my God.
Hello.
You're cute.
Oh, stop. You're hella pretty. I like the eyeliner with the blue.
Thank you.
You have a really nice smile. Okay.
Are you gonna commit to a second date?
I feel like we could.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
No, I would like that.
You're pretty comfortable so far.
Yeah.
And you're not making me nervous.
You know, whenever people say like, oh, I got butterflies.
I gotta be honest, the vibes with you are pretty vibing. All right, we're vibing hard right now. Vibey. It's like vibey in here. Just sensing it, you know? The waves.
Congratulations, you've won the button.
What?
Nice to actually meet you.
It's a pleasure. Okay.
That's it? Is everybody else just left in the dust? Wait, why? I didn't even get my turn. Your vibes were just a little off, you know? Come back next year.
I'm glad I skipped the person before this.
I'm glad I.
Hey, don't be dissing on my homie Donovan like that. And then they broke up after the second date. I don't know. This is just really... I mean, I can understand why they do it because it does get views and it is definitely entertaining content, but it's entertaining in the way that you want it to end. This is incel bait. I don't know if this is incel bait because both the men and women in this part were pretty fucking shallow. I mean, we had the one guy dissing the Harley Quinn cosplay girl just because she was overweight. We had the other girl dissing on the guy because his vibes were wrong. I don't know. I didn't realize vibes were so important. Men, that's the next advice, okay? Stop listening to Jordan Peterson and instead focus on getting your vibes right. And this is how I met your mother. Yeah, everyone else was just left behind. They were just like, yeah, you know what? You're not gonna find love, okay? The button will choose your fate. Now, after watching such a disastrous dating experience, such as the blindfolded people going speed dating, I thought maybe we would get some really good advice on dating, you know, because I know that there's probably a lot of single people here watching, because if you had a life, you probably wouldn't be watching me. And so I thought that maybe we would listen to Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is probably the best guy to go to for dating advice, if your goal, of course, is to never find love. So why don't we go ahead and watch Matt Walsh's video here from October 15th, how to and not to date to get married. Hallmark presents Love at First Sight.
As a married man, I look at the modern dating scene like someone who ran out of a burning building seconds before it collapsed. Somebody on Twitter recently said that married people these days must feel like they caught the last chopper out of Nam. And perhaps that's the better analogy, whichever image you prefer. The point is that I wake up every day grateful to be married, mostly because I love my wife and my family, but also because...
And maybe because you're you. Like if I were somebody as despicable and abhorrent as Matt Walsh, I would probably be pretty fucking thankful that I got married also. Thank goodness now I can say all this disgusting vitriolic stuff. I can talk about how 16-year-olds are actually adults and should be treated as such, and according to the Bible and God, she can't ever leave me. I think I'm just going to let my hair grow out long, stop worrying about the beard. Fuck it, I'll go get a job at Daily Wire. This bitch is with me forever.
I simply could not be a single man in this environment. I would have already become a monk or a hermit in the woods by now.
Honestly, Matt, if you weren't married at this point, I don't think you would be a monk. I think you'd probably be a prison inmate.
Who are married. Because even if you're struggling in your marriage, even if you and your spouse have hit hard times, consider that the alternative is to wander alone in this barren wasteland. Realize that all you have is each other. Out there, it's dark and cold, and you'll likely die shivering and alone. So your marriage is your shelter. Be grateful for it. Stop screwing it up. Do you really want to start over again in this environment? Would you really prefer to be out there dating during the zombie apocalypse? Again, I'm not trying to make single people feel bad. It's more that I'm commiserating with you. Now, many of the
I like that too, right off the bat. You know, I'm not trying to help. I'm not trying to make people who are single feel bad, okay? But I mean, does anybody really want to be out there dating in this fucking wasteland full of subhuman filth zombies? I wouldn't. But you know, no hard feelings, single people. Have fun out there.
Problems with modern dating and with modern culture in general and dating in general were highlighted by a recent viral phenomenon, which began on TikTok, as they often do, and then spread like herpes to other social media platforms, which is where I became aware of it. From what I can tell, it began when a woman used her platform to vent her frustrations about a man that she'd recently met on a dating app called Hinge, which I didn't even know existed until I heard about this. The man, Caleb, took her out on one date and then never talked to her again, otherwise known as ghosting, as the kids call it now. Other women on TikTok then chimed in with their own horror stories about the man who had quickly been dubbed West Elm Caleb, a moniker based on where he works. And soon his name was trending nationwide. He had been doxxed all across the internet. So here's just to give you an idea of what this is. Here's a quick sample of one of the video testimonials. And there are like hundreds.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the point of this story? That like a guy was screwed over? Do you know how many women are fucked over by guys they go to meet and date? You know how many women are raped when they go to meet up with guys? Like, if we want to talk about scary stories or scary things that have happened to people after going on dates, then, yeah, I think that we could do that for men and women. What is this? What is this even? What is he getting at?
But one of the video testimonials that you might find detailing the dastardly crimes of this Caleb character. Here it is.
I matched with Caleb on Hinge and we started talking. We talked for like 2-3 weeks, maybe, like nothing serious. I never met this man, like literally just texting, Snapchatting, whatever. Same thing happened that everyone's talking about. He was super weird, like started getting very cryptic and concerning and ghosted.
Oh, so where's the button when you need it?
So he ghosted me. We stopped talking. I went my separate way. Didn't think of this man, you know, was nothing really going on. And then, okay, so I go on with my life. I'm minding my own business until about a month ago, sometime during December, I see that I have an Instagram request, DM request or whatever. And who could it be? Who could it be? It's him on his new Instagram account, not Caleb Hunter. Okay.
See, why does he have to have the name Hunter in his name? Why do I always feel like I'm being dragged into this?
Like I told you, I'm so glad I'm not dating anymore with people like this. This is what you have to deal with. And I'm talking about the woman, not even the guy. Now, she went on in that video to post screenshots of the texts from Caleb where he tries.
First of all, it's weird if somebody ghosts you and then hits you up from another account. So that's the first thing that's weird. I don't know how this is bad on the woman's part. Second of all, this is just one woman and one experience. Do you think that you can just look at like a literal fucking TikTok video? And then if this one woman is like, dating isn't going so well, you can be like, wow, dating is just bad altogether. The concept of it needs to be done away with. Anybody who's currently dating, they need to be forced to get married by the state. Like, what are you talking about?
All of the videos are like this. Caleb is guilty of being rude and tacky, and for that infraction, he apparently deserves to be doxxed and publicly shamed by women who are all almost certainly at least as shallow and selfish as he is.
No, he doesn't deserve to have that happen to him. You realize that you can acknowledge that like someone's being distasteful, a little creepy and tacky, and also acknowledge that behavior is bad in regards to dating, but that behavior is not bad enough to warrant getting fucking doxxed. I don't think doxing is really ever okay. There are layers here, Matt. Layers. Think. Use your noodle. That's your brain.
And this story reveals its myriad pitfalls in our current climate. The whole scene is one big pit that so many millions fall into and never manage to escape. Marriage rates are plummeting rapidly and historically in this country, so that as of just 2 years ago, less than half of the households in the U.S. consisted of married couples and families. Now, to put that in perspective, in 1950, that number was 80%.
Wait, you cannot honestly tell me that you're comparing marriage rates today to marriage rates in the 50s to prove a point. They all do this, by the way, which is like the worst argument imaginable. In the 1950s, you had to be married. A woman could not survive on her own. A woman would not be able to live her life as a single woman. Now, maybe I'm being a bit hyperbolic. Yeah, there were definitely still ways that single women could navigate, but it would be significantly more challenging, significantly more difficult. Marriage was like almost a necessity at that time, Matt. We now live in current year, okay, where you don't need to be married to survive. There are other reasons why marriage rates are declining also, but to compare the rates nowadays, to the rates of the 1950s is absolutely ludicrous. You're comparing now where people have ample freedom, where women have ample freedom and ample rights along with their own autonomy, to a time in which women basically needed to be married in order to even function in the world.
So it used to be 80% of the households featured a married couple, was a family with a married couple. Now it's less than half. And the numbers are still trending downward. There are numerous reasons for this catastrophic shift, but certainly one of the most prominent reasons is that our social system for matching people up, pairing them off, and setting them on the path towards marriage and parenthood and real adult life is fundamentally broken. So for one thing, everyone, of course, is using dating apps now, which are different even from the dating sites of ancient times. Back in the early 2000s when I was single, we had the dating websites. And back then you would fill out a lengthy profile and you'd be given in return a comparatively small group of potential matches to contact. But now those old-fashioned websites have been replaced by apps which are much easier to use and to peruse, and most people have more than one that they monitor at any given time. It doesn't require any effort or commitment to use the apps, and the user sort of swipes through it very quickly, casually discarding potential matches based on nothing but a cursory glance at their photograph. So all
I hate saying this, but I agree to a large extent with what Matt Walsh is saying here. It is pretty shallow, the dating scene nowadays. And Tinder specifically is incredibly shallow because he's right. You're just carelessly scrolling through an app and deciding whether or not you want to talk to somebody based on nothing but their appearance. That's shallow. That's kind of lame, honestly. And not to mention, you could see somebody who you find to be attractive, and yet they could end up being like the worst type of person for you, or vice versa. Now, when people say looks don't matter, that is also a lie, because looks absolutely matter. Looks oftentimes will determine whether or not somebody even approaches you to begin with, okay? So that is true to an extent, but basing the entire dating experience solely on looks is just backwards. It's shallow, and it really does ultimately negatively harm the dating scene.
Judgments are made visually, which already distorts the entire process because a woman's romantic attraction is not naturally as visually based as a man's. And that's how a slovenly ogre like myself ends up marrying a hot woman. Because a woman is attracted to personality, sense of humor, intelligence, but little of that translates through an app, which means that many quality mates are sent to the junk folder just because they're bad at taking selfies.
He is actually, again, correct here. I mean, credit where credit's due. Men are, on average, far more visual than women. I mean, that's just a fact.
Well, there are far too many choices. So the modern dating scene is what happens when every beggar becomes a chooser. Everyone is lonely and desperate for companionship, but the field is so flooded with options, there's such a surplus that you begin to feel like, kind of like I feel when I'm in the condiment aisle at Walmart trying to buy mustard. And there are 197 different types of mustard. And though all I want is just regular mustard, the overwhelming array of options paralyzes me. And I'm just standing there slack-jawed, questioning whether I should be settling for just regular mustard when I could be getting gourmet, Dijon, whole grain, honey French, yellow, spicy brown, white, yellow, German mustard instead. All of modern life is plagued by this problem. Everything is plentiful.
I don't understand how this is necessarily a bad thing. Like, being shown potential matches in the dating scene, don't you want a large array? Not like to choose from, because dating is not just going into the aisle at Walmart to buy mustard, Matt. However, don't you want to have a decent pool of potential partners? I mean, that's how you ultimately would meet the best person for you, no? It almost sounds as if Matt is suggesting we need to have less options so people just start settling more. I don't know.
Obtained effortlessly and cheaply. But it's too plentiful and too effortless and too cheap. So you can turn on your TV and watch literally any movie that's ever been made, any TV show that's ever been produced. And yet how many nights have you wasted scrolling through the infinite catalog and then settling on reruns of, The Office because there's nothing else to watch? Well, there's plenty to watch. It's just that you can't settle on any one thing because your awareness that there are billions of other possibilities gives you anxiety. And it makes it so that you can never be sure that you're choosing the absolute best option, which means that often you don't choose anything at all. So dating is like this now. Whereas before you had only the eligible single people in your town to choose from, now you have the entire internet. You're not confined by geographic.
Wait, you are confined by geographic location. That's the point of Tinder, is that it matches you, or it puts you in contact with people who are in the same area as you. Yeah, Matt probably just misses the days where it was just, find a local girl at the church and then just you're good to go.
Boundaries or any other boundaries. The result, ironically, is paralysis. Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum are arranged marriages. Instead of a boundless, never-ending...
Oh, no. Matt's not going to support arranged marriage here, right? No.
Buffet of options, a young person in a culture that practices arranged marriages will be assigned just one, and they don't even make the choice. Their families just pair them up and say, here you go. There's far less freedom and far less autonomy in a system of that sort, but it is without a doubt superior to our system. We would be happier. Every person in the dating scene right now would be happier if they were just matched up with someone against their will.
I'm sorry. Can I please take a very deep breath before I soy out because of the just amazing amount of stupidity that just seeped out of this dumb fuck's face? Deep breath. So you're telling me that arranged marriage would be better for everybody? What about the women who are set up with men who are raping them in the marriage, who are abusive, who are manipulative, who are just all around scumbag people? Like, what about that situation, Matt? Maybe people don't want to actually just marry somebody because their parents picked out this person for them. I don't even know what to say. Arranged marriage is ridiculous. It only ever even made sense, although it was still wrong because it compromised others' autonomy, but it only ever even made sense when we were talking about historically how families would marry to unite the kingdom or to keep peace amongst the land or whatnot. That was usually why arranged marriage was a thing. Now we live in a world where there is far more freedom, where it's not necessary that you're even married. So why not let people have far more choices? Why not let people explore the dating scene? There's nothing wrong with that. I can't believe that he would say Tinder's bad, so therefore we need to go back to the barbaric times of forcing people to get married to other people against their will. That's like his solution. Do you think maybe there's a middle ground, Matt? I would say sometimes Tinder is not a really good option in order to find a partner. It can be. There are people who are happily married right now who met on Tinder. However, generally speaking, judging people just on their looks and the shallow swiping back and forth mentality of Tinder, it's not really that great. Maybe the solution here is to advocate for and accommodate more face-to-face community interaction. Maybe that's something we can talk about, Matt. Something where it's more common for people to go outside, like walkable cities. You hear a lot about walkable cities, living in an environment where you are face-to-face, meeting people consistently is a better environment for finding a potential mate. That, if anything, would be a better thing to advocate for rather than just going completely to the other side. Tinder's a little bad, Why don't we force everybody to just marry whoever their parents decide? Ha! That's the answer. It's like, can you even examine a problem without your solution being absolutely fucking psychotic?
Of course, even after you settle on a match and you meet them in person, a whole new set of problem arises. It would be impossible to review the whole list, but one of the big problems is that if you're in the younger generations, you're meeting someone who was raised on the internet, just like you. Having spent their formative years staring at screens, they oftentimes will not have developed the kind of interests and hobbies and rich interior life that could form the basis for conversation and for interpersonal bonding. You also don't know where to go on a date or what to do because nobody wants to do anything but stare at their phones.
What do you mean? You don't know where to go? I'm sorry, but before I got married, I've used Tinder before. When you match with somebody, you say you want to meet up at this restaurant. This really is the boomer. This is the boomer meme right now. This is just phone bad. Phone bad. Those darn phones. Back in my days, people were always going on dates.
As the relationship progresses, if it does, you'll find that the internet also interferes with emotional intimacy because there's nothing private or sacred between you. Private life doesn't exist anymore, especially for younger people.
What?
People live their whole lives in public, sharing everything with the world, and leaving no parts of themselves emotionally or very often physically that are special or exclusive for their significant other.
What? Nowadays, everybody has their nudes posted, Nowadays, you can't even go on somebody's fucking Facebook profile without clicking the show me a picture of this person naked button. Where is the sacred intimacy gone? Okay, boomer. Where's the advice? Because so far it's just been you whining.
And then there's the biggest hurdle of all. One which has been standing in the way ever since the modern concept of dating was first invented, decades ago, but which has only grown larger and more insurmountable as the decades
What dumb
have
thing
gone
is he
by,
going to
and
say
that
next?
is, there's no goal with dating. There's no end point. There's no resolution. There's no logical progression. So those women complain about
This
getting...
is like just not true. People date for varying different reasons, but that would be something you would establish on the date. A lot of people date with the hopes of one day getting married or starting a life with this person. And there is a logical progression of a relationship. First you meet. First you start talking. If you feel like there's a connection there, you continue to meet and talk, and then things escalate from there. Then things can progress to being physical. Then maybe you move in together. Then maybe you start talking about having a future together. Maybe you start talking about marriage. Like, everybody actually does have a goal when it comes to dating. I don't even know what he's getting at right now. Matt, just go back to saying phone bad. At least you were coherent then.
Ghosted by Caleb. But what are they really complaining about? Did they see him as marriage material? Were they even looking for a man to marry? I'm guessing not. And if not, then their relationship with Caleb was doomed to fall apart anyway, sooner than later, just as all of their other relationships before and since have. What difference does it make if he disappears after one date or if he sticks around and the whole thing dissolves after 3 months? Who cares? You're just hopping into one car after another and each is going over a cliff. Does it really matter?
He's saying, what difference does it make? You realize that when you date people, and then if that relationship ends, that relationship that you were in has helped direct what you are looking for in the next partner. It refines that, is what I should say. It can refine what kind of qualities you are looking for in your next partner, and it can also demonstrate what kind of qualities you want to avoid in your next partner. Like, think about going, like, I know for me, right? Think about way back, guys, to when you had your first crush. Okay, now this wasn't like my first crush, but one of my first crushes, especially one of my first big crushes, was on this girl who I was like 15 or something. And she was just like the first girl that was kind of nice to me. And we kind of hit it off and it was kind of fun. And so I started to like her. I look back now, she wasn't my type. She wasn't like even remotely the kind of girl that I would even think of being interested in nowadays, right? I look back also and I say, that was the first person that I really liked. And then I think of the next person I liked. Well, the next person I liked was more than, oh, they were just nice to me or something. It was more like, this time when we have conversation, I really feel like we're connecting and I feel like there's like a deeper understanding of each other here. And to me, that is kind of special. And so then that was something that I realized I would want in a potential partner. The whole point of going on dates or even having crushes, if you look back, it refines what you are looking for in a future partner. This can be a valuable lesson, Matt. This is how women can make sure they don't end up with a fucking creepy guy like you.
Matter if it tumbles over the edge after 1 mile or 10? The whole enterprise is so fundamentally hopeless and pointless that, if anything, the Calebs of the world do you a favor by wasting less of your time. So here's the reality. There's no reason to be dating at all unless you're specifically looking for somebody to marry. If you have no interest in marriage, then all of your romantic relationships are doomed before they start.
Maybe you're just looking for somebody who you can share your life with, who you can have a partner, who can be your partner, a consistent sexual partner, somebody who you can have a deeper and intimate relationship with. Relationships don't necessarily need to end in marriage or they are doomed. That is a dichotomy that is non-existent. He's making the dichotomy up right now. People can date simply for the goal of finding a partner who they're with for a long time to share their lives with. Maybe that ends in marriage. There are a lot of people who will be together for the rest of their lives and will never actually get married. There are other ways that the relationship could thrive, but him acting like it's going to be doomed unless you literally get married is bullshit. Yeah, but you know what? Never mind. If only the parents had decided.
That's what happens when you take the courtship out of dating. Only solution is to put it back in. I mean, really forget about dating completely, in fact. Replace dating with courting. Don't waste your time on people who have no goal for their relationship, because marriage should always be the desired endpoint. Courting is the trial period, the interview process that both partners are undergoing. You're interviewing each other for the job.
So just date with the intention to get married. Why do Christians have to like change the definition of words when it's the same thing? They're like, we're not dating, we're courting. So you mean you are going out with each other, giving the idea of you two being together for a long-term partner. You're giving that kind of a trial run. You mean like you're being in close contact, you go out frequently, maybe you go on some dates here and there, and you both have the end goal of getting married? Matt, that sounds like fucking dating. That's what dating is. The only difference is in this case, you have both decided and agreed upon your end goal being get married. It's just dating. This is just dating with the explicit intent to get married. You don't need to give it a whole new fancy name, okay? You're not courting, you're dating. Changing the name doesn't make God any less unhappy about it.
If you approach it dating that way, it will significantly reduce your options. That's for sure. But as we've seen, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Is it over? Please? I don't know if I want to watch more of this. So arranged marriages were actually better because nowadays there's Tinder and people have too many options and phone bad. Thank you, Matt, for the incredible boomer advice. I feel so much less sad now for all the single folks out there. So long as you guys are watching some Matt Walsh, then I know that you're all fine, okay? If you're watching Matt Walsh for the advice as to how to find a partner, the only partner you might really end up with is a blow-up doll of some sort. But hey, if that's what you're looking for, then you go ahead and follow Matt Walsh, okay? I like how we got to see the conservatives have like the worst fucking take imaginable. And then we also got to see just the politically neutral side of things also just be fucking awful. Is dating gone wrong? Whether you're dating and you have a button that you might have to push, or whether you're taking your dating advice from Matt Walsh. That is a surefire way to have your relationship fail.